competences. Who the hell do you think you are?
I see you, I don't
Can
see
you do what you're supposed to do?
Every day is okay. It's okay.
And if you are angry, then you are the crazy one.
Give and take.
I don't exist.
For real.
Welcome to For Real episode 18. This is a podcast on human dignity recorded on the 30th of October 2024 at 5:30 at Theater Schuur in Haarlem, the Netherlands. We got together with 40 people to look into what it means to matter. Our guests go through a 2-hour experience in which they listen to pre-recorded interviews about the intellectual undermining of women. The music is made by Jorge Dimitriou on viola and guitar, Sarah Jeffrey on recorders and voice, and myself on harp. My name is Andrea, and here at Resonate Productions we make musical journalism by combining social journalism with lots of original music. During 4 moments within For Real, the audience is invited to be interviewed by one of the musicians. And in this podcast you hear those 4 conversations exactly as they took place.
Hello. I love that you just walked straight out here.
Yes, because something really resonated with me, so that's why I walked straight out.
Oh, fantastic. Let me introduce myself first. And I'd like to hear who you are as well. I'm Sarah. I was born in 1985 in Liverpool in England. Would you like to say who you are?
Yes, my name is Jolanda. I was born in 1969 on the beautiful island of Terschelling in the North Sea.
Oh, beautiful. And what resonated with you, Jolanda?
Well, what resonates with me is that all the people that are interviewed are women. Most people here are women. And I've worked in the Bali for 7 years, and with every topic about women, it was all women on the stage and all women in the audience. And I really think that we need the other 50% too, to start to make a difference. So the responsibility I've been taking on my shoulders to get men to give voice to, in this case, I would love to have men who say, I'm one of those men, and I'm sorry, it's not the way I should do it. And particularly here in Haarlem, we now have a case of a sex offender, and it's all women talking about it and fighting for it. So now I'm trying to get men to be the voice of why it's not right to do what we are doing. The system is not right.
To share the load. And
well, we do need them.
Yeah. Have you seen an effect in your workplace already, for example?
Yes, well, in my workplace, I live in the music. I work in the music sector. I do a patronaat, which is a big podium here, a music venue, I think it's called in English. And because this is a very important topic to me, I've been working on that from the beginning. So at least there's people giving feedback to each other over these kind of things, and that really makes a difference. Yeah, it does.
The feedback to one another.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely more so than just telling this is how it has to be, but that dialogue.
Yes, wonderful. Exactly.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that also goes for today. I'm just looking around the hall here, and really everyone is welcome to come to the centre if you feel the need to say something. It doesn't only have to be women. I think that's very important.
Very true.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Jolanda, for being the first as well.
Would someone else like to come to the middle? Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Would you like to give your name?
Yeah, my name is Tuhin and I was born in 1988 in Kolkata in India.
Tuhin, which one? Would you like to
Yeah, I would
answer?
also like to talk about something that resonated pretty well with me, that I work in software engineering, so like tech that doesn't have such a good name, but I also work with, and it's a very big, like we call it an inside joke as a boys club. It's heavily outnumbered in terms of the numbers, is very much skewed to the male, and we have very limited representation from female colleagues. And whenever I work with anyone female, I always see that they are over-indexing. That means putting an extra effort to polish the work, polish it maybe 10-20 times before they are okay to kind of even put it for review, or like showing to people that see what I did. And that is because obviously they kind of inside themselves they question their place on the table, like do they belong here? And this is like really, I think Jolanda, you also mentioned that we do all play a role here, that people who are majority in this case, if they do not lend a supporting hand or kind of give them the confidence that it is okay to just publish it or push it out, you do not need to put that extra effort or polish it more and more, I think the situation would change. But I think systematically we kind of underprivilege the female colleagues in such a way that that confidence would take a lot of time to build.
So what do you say the moment that you see a colleague?
Yeah, I just try to give them confidence in my own way and kind of tell them to isolate the situation and kind of forget about what happened, and just kind of encourage them to just publish it. Or sometimes I kind of also sponsor their case. In a sense, I kind of, let's say, without their explicit permission, I kind of publish the work because I do manage some of them. Like,
What happened when you did that?
Yeah, I think in most of the cases things were really went good because those things were ready, and anyway, like after a point, if you put too much effort into something, that effort is redundant. Like it doesn't improve that.
And has this happened to you as well at some point in your life, that you were over preparing and you needed somebody to tell you, hey, it's fine?
Yeah, but in my case, I think the help came way earlier because, as I said, unfortunately it's a men's club, so people were too. I got the patronage or sponsorship way earlier.
And way earlier means what
way earlier
age?
in my career, like let's say when I was in the first year or second year of my career, people told me it's okay, just you have it, just publish it, we would see it how it happens. But I see people who were even more senior than me, but a female colleague, they are still a bit hesitant to push out something.
Even though they're older than you are.
Even they are not only in terms of age, but also in terms of knowledge and experience both. But they always kind of doubt their merit, or they are like, as I said, the seat on the table. And I think that eventually is very counterproductive to the whole ecosystem.
To everything and everyone.
To everything, yeah. So that is something really resonated with me.
Thank you, Tuhin.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you here.
Yes.
Would you like to share your name and place of birth?
Yes, my name is Francesca. 1991. Place of birth, Montepulciano in Italy.
Francesca, do you have a question that you would like to answer?
Yeah, the first one. What responsibilities lay on your shoulders? I was thinking that it speaks to me at many levels, in the sense of the responsibilities that I feel towards my daughter. I'm a mom, as you know. And very basic responsibilities about her education, giving her food, giving her transmitting the values and principles that I believe into. Also the responsibilities of breaking the chain of traumas that I'm also inheriting from the past and from my parents and from their parents and from different generations, which might be one of the hardest responsibility that I feel on my shoulders. And through my work, and I think also in my life, trying to contribute to the world that I would like to see around me. And as a woman and as a person trying to break certain destructive patterns that contribute to exclusions in different forms.
Is there something specific that you can think of that you want to protect your daughter from?
That I would like to?
That you can think of that you want to protect your daughter from?
Oh yeah. I very much wish to transmit her the feeling that she's not alone in her struggles and in the struggles that she will meet in the world. And that she can lay on and she can count on my support and support of hopefully a network of people around her, and in a way that she doesn't need to surrender to the individualism that we see around us, but that she can also build and believe in an alternative to that, so that she's not alone in the difficulties that she will face.
I totally resonate with that as a father of 2 daughters. Thank you, Francesca.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello, Andrea.
Would you like to give us your name?
Yes, my name is Gina. I was born in 1990 in Amsterdam.
Gina. Which one?
It's going to be the second one.
What do you do when you want to be heard?
Well, I can give an example of a situation. This one is going to be about family structures. I have a really nice family with a mom that cares a lot for me and a really lovely stepdad and a brother who is 5 years younger than me. And most of the time, when we have family dinners, we don't have them very often because they live 7 months a year in Greece. But when we do have them, and when they are here in the Netherlands, we have these structures in our family. My mom is the one who asks questions. My stepdad is the one who has really long monologues about anything he knows about. My brother is the one who talks a lot and makes loud jokes, and everybody listens to him all the time, and that fucking frustrates me. Although I love him. And I'm the one that's most of the time, well, I'm the quiet one.
You?
Yes. With my family, I'm the quiet one. Not with friends or anybody else, but in the family, I'm the quiet one.
Yes.
We had a situation last year. I can't remember what it was about, but it was a discussion, and I wanted my family to listen to me. And they didn't, because they were only listening to my brother, who was making these shitty jokes all the time. And then I just, to come to the second question, I just put my hands on the table and I raised my voice, and then my mother's answer was, "Gina, why do you want everybody to put attention on yourself?" You know, like, I was like, what the fuck? My brother is getting all the attention all the time, and when I want to have the attention on me, they sort of get frustrated or something. And then everybody looked at me and they were like, "Gina, you're probably drunk." And my first reaction was laughing, because that's what I do a lot when I feel, I don't know, shit or something. And then I got really sad, actually, because I don't know if they meant it like that, but they were just practically telling me, "Oh, it was probably the alcohol," and yeah, so that frustrated me. And they actually do that quite a lot. So, yeah.
Does your brother notice this?
No.
Would you want to tell him one day?
Yes.
And how would you go about that?
That's a good question. I don't know, because I don't dare to tell him. Yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah.
What would you do?
I would want to find out why I don't dare to tell my brother.
That's something I'm taking with me into the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Andrea.
Now I would like to invite two of you to the front to interview each other.
Hi.
I'm Rachel. I'm born in 1983 in Leeds, UK. How about yourself?
It's nice to meet you, Rachel. My name is Tabitha, and I was born in 1987 in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Is there a question you'd like to answer?
I thought about answering the question, what would you like to say to your mother? But I thought that might make me feel a little bit too emotional.
I appreciate that, yeah.
So I think I will respond to the question, do you resonate with something that you heard? And I was thinking about my mother a lot during all of this evening, and I think Francesca shared about her daughter, and at that time I felt, well, my mother, I was the responsibility on her shoulders. And she was an immigrant to the United States. She came with nothing. She struggled a lot, and she cleaned houses, offices, and I remember hearing something earlier as well from one of the women interviewed about how being in a position like that can make you really invisible, and I think she felt that a lot. And at some point growing up, she told me not to have children because she felt that having children for her meant that she had to sacrifice having a career to be able to make it in this new country.
Okay.
What question would you like to answer, Rachel?
I think I will also go with the resonate. And I was thinking about the question from the previous round, actually, of what do you do when you want to be heard? Because I do get really nervous about speaking up, I think. So I have a very physical reaction, especially in a group setting when plenty of other people could speak. So I guess that's why I wanted to speak today. But yeah, I get very kind of frustrated, to be honest. I'm such a physical adrenaline, thinking, okay, I do want to say something, but it takes me quite a long time to formulate it. But I guess I've been trying to have mini experiments, I guess, and try just push myself in small ways. And I also started singing and songwriting recently, so that's a new place. It's there you have a stage. It's kind of quite easy to find open mics and get a stage, so that's quite a nice way to express myself. So gradually, I think, I'm 41 now, and I kind of became determined when I was 40 to speak up more, maybe try and find a public voice, but we'll see.
I love that. Do you write your own music now?
Yeah.
That's great. How do you feel when you're on stage?
Sometimes really nervous, but sometimes good, I'm connecting with people. Yeah.
I resonate with that too, actually. It took quite a lot of courage for me to walk up here, I think. And I also do a bit of singing and songwriting, and I also feel terrified sometimes. It's taken a lot of time, decades, to, I think, build up the confidence to even try.
Yeah. And that was a very personal thing to share as well. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add to what you shared today. I can't think of any good questions.
No, just that I'm grateful for hearing everybody's stories, and thank you for sharing with me. It's really nice to meet you.
Thank you too. Nice to meet you too.
Hi.
Hello.
My name's Marelie. I was born in 1978 and I work in theatre.
Nice to meet you. My name is Durga. I think I'm 43 years old. I'm not sure. And I would like to respond on something what has been said. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
I said no to be interviewed by Andrea. And it has to do with what do you deserve? I think only kind of sad stories about women will be remembered. And I think I deserve a strong voice instead of that people only remember kind of sad stories about women, about me, about the family system. So I was really worried to be interviewed that people will only remember the bad things of a story instead of a strong story. Does it make sense?
It does. And do you want to add your voice to the day?
What would you like to know?
What story do you think you deserve?
That we have strong stories and strong voices beside all our experiences, and we should not bring copy-paste voices from white men. We should bring our own emotions, our own experiences, our own intuition, and our own stories instead of still copy-pasting what is strong and what is good. And who defines undermining the intellectual intelligence of women, and we define, not the others.
Nice. And can you give an example how you do that in your life?
I cannot come up with something now, but maybe you have a story?
Well, talking about what you deserve, not everything has to be hopeful in an ending, but I'm quite hopeful in a way, because thinking of where I come from a very patriarchal upbringing, and what I say today with my bar staff working and the way they talk about equality and women, and I'm so happy to hear such different stories around me from the generation who are 20 now, and it makes me hopeful about the alliances that hopefully my daughter will have in the future. And thinking that my mom was sent off as an au pair, and her brother was allowed to go to college and she wasn't, and it's maybe 60 years between, and I'm hopeful that there's a shift going on there. And even if my father, who I tried to talk to him about the whole Me Too situation, I went to an art school too, and I was fortunate enough not to have had some bad experiences, but I know lots of stories of people who have. And he said to me, I said to him, why have you never asked me what it was like for me at such a school? And he said, I haven't raised you that way, so it wouldn't have happened to you. And I found that really difficult to hear. And I'm trying to make sure it doesn't happen, well, that my generation, my husband, won't say things like that again, to create a different generation after me.
Thank you for telling.
Thank you.
This was For Real from Theater Schuur in Haarlem. We are Resonate Productions, and you can find us on Instagram at resonate.productions or on facebook.com/musicaljournalism. See you next time.